Hello. Is the audio okay? I don't know if there is.
It's a little low.
A little low. I think it's normal. It's always like that because of the camera, I guess. All right, so we are back with another Open Source Thursdays, and today we have. So just to introduce us a little bit, I'm Stefanni.
I'm Thiago.
And we just have one microphone. But we are two Rails devs, and we are the hosts of the hexdevs podcast. And we started this project a few weeks ago because we have always wanted to contribute to Rails. And we thought, why not do it together and live? And the goal is to come here and not prepare a lot, just to show the reality of our day-to-day jobs, right? We have to do lots of Googling and debugging and reading other people's code, making mistakes, reading the docs, and learning in real time, because I think that's, the best way to learn. So we have been having lots of fun, and so welcome to whoever is watching us right now. You can drop in the chat where are you talking from, if you have contributed to open source before or not. Just let us know. And just to recap, I'm going now to share my screen. Yeah. Okay, so just to recap, we are working on this issue. And we started trying to reproduce the error, then we were able to reproduce it. Then we asked what would be the best way to move forward with this issue, because we were not really sure. And then we got like this feedback of what we would need to do. And so last time we started actually implementing the suggestion, and the Rails codebase is really huge. It took us almost 1 hour just to figure out where to change the test for this feature. So, but we were able to kind of test the main idea, which was to check if the draw routes were selected, it would draw all the routes as expected. And if the disk service was enabled, we also want these routes to be generated. And what we are right now is we need to, I added a comment here. We just added this method right here to test if the tests we were changing were in the right place, because it took us a long time to figure out how to test this change. And where to put the code. Like it's really complicated, but I think we have a better understanding now. So this is what we need to do today. Like, we actually need to properly implement this method. We need to figure out where to place it. Like, we just added here just to, make the test pass, and now we need to implement it in a more, responsible way. And I'm not we also need to do this. The suggestion was to move this condition to another routes file using the Rails draw method. So that's what we have for today. And maybe what we need to do first is to actually figure out how we check if the disk service is enabled. What do you think? Yeah, it's a good plan. Yeah, all right. So we need to figure out how to test if the disk service is enabled, which I have no idea, but we will figure it out. So this is where we are working in the active storage module, and maybe we can here's how I would get started. I would search in this module anything related to disk service, so we can see where it is defined.
I guess one thing that we need to understand is what is a disk service anyway. So I guess the active storage has different services. And when you configure one of them, depending on if it's staging or testing mode or something like that, you probably have a different service that is loaded and executed or whatever. So I think we should look at active storage and see how the services work. Yeah, just see how it works. So you have active storage there, and you probably have some config somewhere, and I guess you have the services. So let's just try to understand this thing, because I don't know. Maybe you could check the type. Like, let's say we can grab active storage service that is configured, and if it's of type disk service there, we can just say, okay, it's active. Something like that. Maybe there's a way to do that, because then you can just check the type.
Yeah. Why did we add that? Sorry.
What?
The whatever.
It's on.
Oh, here. Okay. So this would be. Okay. So disk service. So we have Azure. Oh, we have this configurator. So
What is the main module or the main class? Like, where does it start? Maybe just go to
here.
Yeah. So let's take a look at it. So this is a module, active storage.
Yeah.
Auto load, blah blah blah. Let's keep going. Active record. So it has some accessors, logger, queues, analyzers, service URLs, draw routes.
Replace.
Okay, and then you have some transformers. So,
what is this?
It's probably a rake task that gets generated.
Prevent migration installation task for showing up.
It's not related. So this is when you update the Rails version, or when you start using active storage, they give you a rake task to run a migration, create some tables to store stuff. But I don't think it's related. And then you have service. So let's take a look at service.
Yeah. This is where I am right now. So seems this is where things start. So yeah, so it's an interface for these services. And we have disk. We have Google Cloud, S3, Azure Mirror. Oh, I actually didn't know about this one. So inside a Rails application, you can set up your services through the generated config storage YAML file and reference one of the aforementioned constant under the service key. Okay. So if you want the disk, you do that.
Yeah, so probably when you add disk there, it looks for a constant disk service, whatever, I guess. And then that gets loaded.
Yeah, this, I saw that here? No, this is where we are. There was a place where I saw service name. Yeah, right here. It's at the same place. So we will remove all of this and just leave this one. Okay. So
let's take a look at the build method. Configure service name.
So configure. So I see. So we would come to the, I saw this configurator somewhere. Okay. So the name, build, overriding subclasses that stitch together multiple services, and hence need to build additional services using the configurator. Passes the configurator and all of the services config as keyword args. See mirror service for an example. Okay. So you would take the configurator, the name of the service, new.
So I guess what this thing is doing, it's gonna get the kind of the YAML configuration as a hash or something, and then it passes the configuration to this configurator thing, and then probably just turns that into an instance. So it builds an instance of a service class, I would guess. Can we take a look at the configurator?
Yes, I'm trying.
You can do Control P. Configurator.
I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we will get here with the service name. So for example, disk, all the configurations. It will create a new service. Call the build method on that service.
A service configurator, right? I guess. So it creates a new service configurator and then builds the service name.
Config for missing configuration service. Okay, so
see, it gets the class name and then it does a require on that service.
To the storage service, right?
And then it just kind of loads the class, right? And then after you do the resolve, so let's
So do you want to?
So it does resolve, right? This is what happens. Yeah, so it loads the class, runs resolve, and then it probably returns the class itself. So probably not an instance, just the class. And then it runs build on that class. passing the configuration and the configurator instance that is running that, and the service name, and then it returns whatever is build.
Okay.
So I guess we could look at disk storage build method. Yeah, disk service. Is there a build method there?
It has to. Oh, there is this exist. I wonder if we. Huh. Oh.
Maybe it just inherits from.
Yeah, I think it is calling it from somewhere else. It's not in here.
It's probably inherits from service. So let's look at service then.
Okay.
This one.
Service. Okay.
Yes, probably just call this thing. So
Right.
service in, yeah, so see that it calls build. So can you put it side by side?
Yep.
You just click here. And then, yeah.
Configurator.
So it calls build, passing. Oh, it calls build, passing config, configurator, the service name, I guess. And then name, service config. And then it adds the name here on the service instance. But then who gets this thing? Who uses this thing? So who's calling build?
Isn't.
Oh yeah, so this, the configurator is calling build, right? And then who is calling configurator build again? Is this
Here.
the self? Oh, okay. Configure build.
Configure and active storage.
Service, blah blah blah.
So the active storage engine use this to set the global active storage service when the app boots. So I guess it starts here. And then...
Because if we could get the service somewhere, the current service, we would be able to tell if it's a disk service or not. But I'm not sure how we would do that.
Right. Let's take a look at the disk. Disk service. So wraps a local disk path as an active storage service. See active storage service for the generic API documentation that applies to all services. Okay. Load. Download. URL for direct upload. Oh, isn't this the error that was we reproduced? It is because it was, I think it was trying to call this method, right? The update. And we just changed that to be generated. Oh, nice. So we got to the root private URL. If current host blink, okay. Current host. So they have this active storage current. I wonder if we can do something like active storage service dot name.
Where?
In here.
Try to print it.
Yeah. So
Or can use can use like bybug or pry there so we can debug it.
I don't know if I have it.
Can you check? Just check. You can check pry. If you have pry installed. Do you have pry installed there?
See? Service name? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just like binding pry?
Not sure.
I think it is. And then we run the test. I do have the command to run just that test because it took us some time to figure out just how to run one test, because that's oh yeah, I have to go in active storage. No, active storage. Isn't inside active storage? I have to go in the test?
The test is on royalties.
Ah, right. So, is it here, royalties? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I forgot that. Okay. So let's see what happens. Let's see if it will just say something. Yeah, I don't have it. I think you have to install but we can just do like active storage service. That's service name? No, but I need to have the like I need to have.
Can you try self.service name? Maybe that's what you need.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Bybug. Service name. Let's see. Undefined method, service name for module. Okay. I think service name. It passes the service name. This. Can we do this?
So maybe you don't have the service name on the because it's a class method. So maybe you don't have the service name. You would need to get the instance somehow, right? So the service instance and then get the. So how are we calling this service? Where are we calling that again?
Let me It's here.
It's tricky because
draw routes.
do you even have that? I guess you have the configuration already when you call the route. Can you see up at the beginning? Active storage. Yeah, see, active storage draw routes, right? So you only get that from the configuration, right? So you get that from the configuration. So it means that you do have the config at this point, right? So what I would do, I would take a look at draw routes. Is there like an accessor? I guess, yeah, I guess on service there's an accessor draw routes or something. You can go on the service.
Okay. So draw.
Because I'm pretty sure there's a name there.
Yeah, I was looking for it. Let's see.
Open disk service.
So here.
Yeah. So active storage, there's an accessor, draw routes.
Default true.
Can you do that on... So can you go back to the last file?
This one?
No, the one we changed.
Here?
No, I think it was...
The routes?
Yeah, this one, yeah. Routes.
Okay. The routes. Okay. I need to...
Just Control P routes.
Config something. Okay.
Routes. Yeah. No, that's... Is that... Yeah. Can you do active storage dot name? Can you just print the name? Active storage, print active storage dot name maybe there, so we can check.
In here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to put it back here again. Dot name?
Yeah.
Just add this to make it. Alright, so let's see what is going to show.
So it seems that you can do debug.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Oh, okay. So, but it didn't put anything.
It'd be nice to debug instead of doing that.
Just like this? I haven't used this debug.
I'm not sure. I'd like to use Pry if I could.
I think it's binding Pry, but it says.
But do you have that gem installed?
Yeah, that's.
Just do gem install Pry.
I don't think I have it. Okay. So let's see. It is so meta programming. Is that what it's called? When you have like a class creates another class and then it inherits from other abstract stuff. Define a method prime. Oh, it did print now. So active storage is the name. Is it just pry and not binding pry? Maybe? But it doesn't add the color.
Look at the readme.
Surprising. Pry. Gem install. Comments. Ah, I have to put require pry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try that.
That makes sense. So let's put it here. And then, yeah, we just call binding.pry. Okay. Sounds good. Let's see.
What? Webpacker. Why?
Cannot load such file.
Okay.
Pry. Why? Why is Webpacker? Test application configuration test. Okay, so that doesn't work. What? Test isolation abstract.
Can you add? Is there a gem file on that? No.
No. I mean,
Gem
this.
spec.
No, this is just.
What if you add a dependency there?
Can we? Okay.
Just copy.
Pry? Do I need to put a version? I don't think so. Where does that version come from?
It's a variable. Just try that. Gem install. Bundle install.
Oh, but I'm in the royalties.
Yeah, it needs to be on royalties, I guess.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not here.
No.
Okay. Royalties. Engine test. Royalty test.
Gem file or whatever.
It doesn't have it.
I don't think that's the place. Royalties.
Royalties?
Not test. Yes,
Ah, okay.
gem spec.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So let's see.
Did you get price somewhere here?
Here.
Nice. That should work then.
Snapdragon. Did I?
Binding price.
I added. I wonder if now I don't need to put this. It is not. It is also not outputting this.
Binding price.
It's almost. Oops. As if it's not. Where is it? It's not getting here because it's not printing those.
Let me see the thing again.
Yeah.
So binding price routes. Can you try that inside the little class we have, active storage?
This one?
Yeah. Try that.
I guess I will need this. Let's see. All right. Let's see. So I guess if we get the name of the current service and it is disk, that is enough to check that the.
Sorry, what? I missed what you said.
If in here we just check that the service here is disk, that's okay. Like the name of the service.
I don't know. This is one way, I guess, but I'm not sure. This one.
It's not working.
Active storage draw routes.
Well, it's weird because in here it is not even this one. Like the print doesn't even work here.
Maybe it outputs to a different file or. But it does work on the method, right?
Yeah.
But it's saying that price not available?
No, it's like. Okay.
It's a different.
No.
Yeah. Just
Sorry.
put the binding price before. There's no service name there. Just remove that. Yeah, try that.
Okay, let's see. Configuration test. Yeah, it doesn't. I think we have to figure that out later, I guess. I don't know, unless it's not working.
I guess Minitest has a debugger. You can use pry. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It should just work, but I'm not sure why it's not working. Because you do have pry.
But if I just say pry here, it doesn't even print it. Like, it doesn't even color it. So
it doesn't do anything?
Let's see. Webpacker. Watch back. See. Okay, it didn't complain, but it also didn't print anything.
Funny.
What about Debug? I need to install it, right? Yeah.
I guess you could load the test on pry, but that would be a little bit of work. Because you could just start a pry session and then require it would be a little bit of work, I guess. Can you try, let's see, do you have like, can you open a pry repo? Let's see what we can do.
How do I
pry?
do that? Just pry?
Yeah. Try let's see if it just write active storage. You might need to load. So we require, what is the class name again? Require, yeah.
Isn't it because we are on the...
You need, so yeah, so you need to go to active storage. A different, but I guess you could do a CD, but yeah, and then try that again.
I think I'll have to figure out the debugging later. What if we just try to get whatever is the service here?
You could do self.inspect, maybe.
Yeah, let's see what we got, because okay. You are it doesn't print this. But when we do add here, it prints them. So if I just do here instead, but then how we will check this service?
Can you, let's try Debug.
Okay. Let's just see that one. It's not.
Gem install
Yeah.
Debug. Let's
Yeah.
try that.
It's a shame. Oh. Wonder why it wouldn't work on Gem. Okay, so installed. Let's try Debug. Do I have to require something?
Just put Debug on a line. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe here and not here.
Just keep both. Doesn't matter.
So it's
What's the error?
complained here. And then if I just leave the other one, define a local variable method. Do I have to require something?
I don't think so.
Let's see. This VS Code. No, it doesn't work.
So you're saying that it doesn't print anything?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's try Debug. Let's see. And then let me remove this just so it doesn't break. Well, we want the Debug actually to be here, right? But let's see if we make it work first.
Does VS Code have a debugger?
I think so. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's I don't know why. Okay, so either we do that or we try to.
So, but if you say that is not printing anything, we can't really do anything besides looking at code. Because I want to know what active storage has available.
Yeah.
If it's just the attributes.
No, I don't think it is because it doesn't have anything. It's because like this, the printing is not working, like any printing at all. Like this doesn't.
Yeah, so you have to change that then, right? Because if you can't debug and if you can't print, you gotta do something. Or else we would have to just look at the code, which is fine, but it's a little annoying.
Service where. Well, so maybe like Rails app doesn't print. Puts to console. Instead of puts, try logger.info. Okay, so let me try this. Logger. Interesting. Okay. I think we need to do something like that.
Oh.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see here, logger.
Well, that.
There's a logger info.
It's not. No. How is that? That is calling this method. Otherwise, how would the pass? Uncertain. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know if it is my computer or something. It just doesn't work. So either we stop here and we figure that out, or we try another way, because that's not working.
Can I see the test again?
So it's
Just a second, let me see the test again.
this one?
Yeah. So the test. I wonder if the test is reading some output. And we don't see that because it's being outputted by the test. Like it's like a thing running inside the test. Can you try doing a puts output or even binding pry there? Because it might be just executing some other process. That's why we don't get anything.
Okay. Do they have any documentation? I wonder, they have to have this somewhere.
Yeah, couldn't find anything though.
Okay. Undefined method pry. Let me see if I need to add require pry here. Let's see. Yeah, I would. Doc Rails. All right. Ah!
Nice. Yeah, see the problem? The problem was when you call this method Rails, it probably executes a console or like a process. And so you can't really do anything or see the output because it's another process running inside your test. Yeah.
So, but then we don't have.
But I guess it's gonna be like a different context.
Yeah.
Right? But you could try config active storage because it should.
Well, config is not. Oh. Sorry.
Active storage. Undefined. That's gonna be tricky. Cause see, the problem is that it's calling Rails routes inside the test and looking at the output.
Yeah.
Maybe we could print the whole output and see if we get something useful.
Oops. What? Okay.
Yeah, like maybe if we do put somewhere, we could see the. You know what I mean? We would be able to see something, you know. So just quit the price session. So that's good. So go back. So so on the you keep that, but then on the test that we were doing, you add some output there, some puts active storage inspect or something. Yeah, self inspect maybe. But I think the draw routes would be more interesting.
Okay.
Like, can you do puts? Yeah, no, active storage dot inspect.
Active storage.
Yeah, something like that. Let's see what happens.
All right. Let's see. Wow. Wow.
So many layers.
Yeah, I think that's what makes contributing to Rails. I mean, it's nice because you learn a lot of Ruby, of course. But it is so...
But you need to understand the test that you're doing, right? Because it's not a normal test. It's kind of a different way of testing. So you're just running Rails routes inside the test and looking at the output. So let's look at the output. Let's see if we have something.
So is this coming
could
from?
Be.
I know one way we can. I know we can do. Like let's put like a. Because then we will know it's coming from here. Let's see then. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So let's see if, yes, okay. So that worked.
Nice.
Um,
So when you do inspect, that's all you get, active
Yeah.
storage.
yeah.
And you say the name is not available, right?
It's
Inspect. Can you do like methods maybe? It's a module, right?
Would it? Oops, what is going on here? Prive failed to get user input region.
You could try P instead of puts.
It doesn't. It's like my keyboard.
What?
No, it's not. Like.
Weird. Control C.
Configuration. Let's see. Active storage. Today. So it's just getting a string.
What?
So when we called here active storage dot inspect, we just got a string.
Yeah, it's a string. Why?
Oh, I think I ran the other command. Damn it. Okay, so let me get the other one that actually runs just the test that we want. Okay. I mean, the reason why I'm surprised is because I was expecting this to be an object or something, but not a string. This
is a module. Huh? What did you say? Sorry?
So how is that just, how running inspect in a module just return a string?
Inspect outputs a string. Is that what you're asking? I don't understand what you're asking. So when you run inspect, it gives you a string that describes the object. Yeah, so that's what we want. So copy that into a file somewhere, and let's look at what we have.
So let me...
Maybe there's something useful. We could also use that instance methods, instance variables.
It does some weird stuff. Like, why is this? Maybe I have to quit the session. Okay, so let's see.
And then just split by new line.
How can I do that?
You can do replace. So replace. New line. No. New line. You replace it with where it needs to be a real new line. Maybe you can do this. You just find all.
And then it is.
And then, so you do -n on the file, so you find that new lines on this file.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go, I think it's edit, no, selection,
Move.
select all occurrences, this guy here. And then you can close this and then just hit enter. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank
So
you.
let's see what we have. Gem, previews, analyzers, route, service, logger. You see that we have our method here.
Mm-hmm.
What is service? Service URL.
Service URL. So we have this service.
Do you have name somewhere? Name.
Module parent name. Name?
Yeah, we do have name. Let's see what else we got.
That's
Instance values. That might be interesting. Table prefix. Module parent. Can you try instance methods instead of
instance methods.
methods? Yeah.
Okay.
You could even do, because Pry has ls.
Oh, I know why it is. Oh no, never mind. So the problem is that it kills my. But it's okay.
There's probably another process running at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you quit Pry, does it stop all the other processes? Maybe we can just resume the execution of the test instead of quitting.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So output.
Variant, verifier. Variant.
I think the name is a private method.
Resolve model logger.
Yeah. Content types. Draw routes. So you got the draw routes, but not, yeah.
Because I would love to be able to see the service that is being used, right? Service.
How can I get out without, is it quit? Okay, is it, okay, it's just quit. So I think the name that we were looking at is a private method. Yeah, see? Service name.
Can you do a send? Send service name.
Okay. So let's see. All right. It is interesting.
Yeah. I wish there was a better test, like a simpler test we could do instead of this one.
Define a method service name. Okay, so there's okay.
Yeah, but we are calling, so we can't call that. We need to get the service instance. The service is inside active storage, I guess. So you can just active storage. So let's look at active storage again, because it needs to store the service somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So this is the configuration.
No, just open active storage, the module.
Okay. This one.
Yeah, so it has some accessors. Autoload service. Does that mean anything? What does autoload mean?
Do we need to give an accessor for the disk service enabled?
No.
No?
Because this is related to the configuration, I would guess. So let me see. Go up.
Autoload.
Let's see the beginning again. So module active storage. So what does autoload mean? Does that mean it loads the service module or something?
I guess so, by the name. Where would we look at that?
Open service. Let's look at service again.
Setup.
So
autoload. Active support autoload. Autoload configurator. Accessor name.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who calls. So is there like an engine and the engine gets called and it initializes the service? Because someone needs to have the service instance, right?
Active support.
I'll be back.
Okay. So active support autoload. After time to support, do we have? No. I don't know what that means. Not name. Okay. Reader configurations. Config for name. Service. Also get. This is service adapter. So you can read that the name. Okay, just active storage. All right. So wait. Okay. It's tricky. Service name. see mirror service. Service. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, we need to figure out who calls that method. Can you go back?
Which method, sorry?
The one yeah, no.
Configurator?
Yeah, so, no, the one that had tab. Can you go?
I was taking a look at this mirror service.
Yeah, so see that you have the service instance there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have the name, it has everything we need. So we need to understand who calls the build method and where the service instance lives. That's what we need to figure out. Because then we would have the service, we could just check the type and that's it, right? But we need to find who is calling build. So who calls that?
So if we find here.
No, you can just go on, I guess if you go to Active Storage, the module, open Active Storage.
Okay, just a second. Oh, do you think we can just call this in here, like service?
What is you're just calling a class there. You're calling a method on this class, but it doesn't really give you anything. Okay. We need the instance. So look at Active Storage again. Okay. So go down.
That's all it has. Where's
service.
Draw routes.
Because someone needs to call this guy here, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm confused, because we have this build here and then we have on the configurator, and who calls who first?
Do you have service here? Can you search?
Service. Oops. Service. We have service. Yeah, that's why I was asking if we needed to add an accessor somewhere.
You can add an accessor, but you have to put the instance there. But I'm pretty sure the instance is available somewhere, because you see the code there. We just need to figure out who is calling that code so we can get the instance as well, right? Because the instance is there, the service instance is there. We just need to figure out how to get it, right?
Yeah, this is all that it has, and then also about name.
So let me take a look here. So you have Active Storage here, which is kind of the configuration, and then someone calls this thing here, right? And someone calls build.
The Active Storage engine uses this to set the global Active Storage service when the app boots.
So maybe the engine calls that.
Makes sense.
Storage configs. Logger, draw routes. So I guess it gets something from the config. And then who? Maybe it's kind of how it works. So an agent just calls config on a module or something. Onload configuration blob service. So how? Maybe that's what's happening. So maybe the engine by default calls something. So let's look at Rails engines, how they work.
Getting started with engines.
What makes an engine?
Miniature applications provide functionality to their host.
Mountable routes draw, which is identical to application. Yeah, this is smart stuff. Hooking into an application. So you hook it up, install. Because I wonder who calls that method. Controller. What is a M attribute assessor? Initializers. Maybe it's something like an initializer. Models and controllers. Build. So what do we have here? Fixture set. Blah blah blah. Attached. Analyzer. Preview service. Yeah. It's probably here on the engine or on service. Service, call service, active storage, class service, configure. Active storage engine uses this to set blah blah blah. Build. Configurator build. Instance.name.
So who's calling this configured? Because the configure calls the configurator.build.
I think it's something related to the engine. So the engine might be calling that by default or something. I'll have to learn more about it.
Config. Create. So it says to look at the mirror as an example.
This one?
Primary. Yeah, that's where it was getting the service instance.
Registry. Fetch. Configurator build. Maybe that's the registry. Services key. Active storage service registry. Let's see here. Registry. Okay, so maybe that's, yeah. So I think that the engine might be calling the registry, and then the registry kind of builds what is needed. Service registry, and then active storage blob services. I wonder if it's blob services that we need to look at. What is a blob service? Service registry, because registry just probably just keeps the instance here somewhere. And uses the configurator. So let's look at blob services. Blob models, active storage. Or it's a model, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe the service is available here. Services. Interesting. Do we have that here? I wonder if we have the blob dot services.
Here?
Blob. Yeah. So the engine might be calling the registry that configures everything, and then the service gets initialized and then is put inside blob.services, maybe? So maybe that's what's happening.
So we do blob services?
I think it's dot services. Yeah, not sure. Let's see what happens. Let's see here.
registry.
Yeah, because you could get the service from the registry, right? But it seems that we're just doing like a long. Yeah. But maybe that's what we need. What is a blob? A blob is a record that contains the metadata about a file. Why would this live inside blob? Config.
It's service.
I wonder if config has what we need. Active stars, draw routes.
What happens here? No, okay. So now find a method service. I saw here. Registry. Yeah, it doesn't have that. So it fetches all the services and gets the name. Services configurator.
Service registry.
Yeah, okay.
Service registry has a service.
Services.
Yeah, so maybe that's what we need. So service registry. Yeah, so they call active storage service registry, passing the configs to blob services.
Storage service.
Config choice. So maybe if we have active storage blob services or service, that's the service we need, and that's the registry. So the registry has another method inside. Registry. It's called, you could call fetch. You could call fetch and disk service. You could look at services as well, but it's a private. So what we can do is, can you show me blob service? So is there a service?
I think it is a registry.
Yeah, so then you can call dot send services, so we can look at the services we have, because there's a method fetch that we could just fetch and get the type of the service. right? So if fetch gives you something, then it means that the service is available.
Oh, it didn't.
So try services instead.
Okay.
Some service.
Services.
Yeah, so we know that it gives you a registry. So you can just do dot send services, and then we can look at all the services that are available. And there's also it's not public. Yeah, maybe that's what we need. Output.
What
Oh,
happened?
it's like an empty.
Yeah.
How did you get the registry before?
That's a good question. I think this was it. Oh no. No. Let me see. Now I don't remember. But this is what we tried.
Blob. Active storage blob services. Service registry.
No, okay, that's not. So I don't know. Service same name? No, that was not it. Let's see. No, I don't know. I don't remember. Tried lots of things.
Maybe it's active storage service. Storage accessor logger. It would be pretty easy to do this if we could debug.
Okay. Yeah.
So is there no other test for disk service that we could use instead of this crazy one? Look at active storage tests. Yes, we have a disk service test, so maybe we could run this other stuff instead, because that would allow us to debug something. You know what I mean?
No. Can you say it again?
Just run one of these tests, because it's gonna call disk service, and we could try to debug Just put a binding price somewhere. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No?
You just run one of these tests,
Okay.
doesn't matter which.
What is this? Okay. So it would be, oh, never mind. I'll leave this one here and I will go to active storage.
Missing the slash.
Okay. Then we can just test service.
Disk. Yeah, it's anything.
Shared service tests.
Because if we can get Pry to debug, it's gonna make it easier. Record multiple database.
So where do you want to put Pry?
Filter options. So I guess it doesn't call the routes on this test.
It has routes in there.
Yeah, just put debug Pry there somewhere. Let's see what we can do.
Here.
Yeah, because we have service, right? So service is, yeah, see that we have a service here. Yeah, let's see what we get there. So it just require Pry, not binding Pry.
Ah,
I
sorry.
think.
Yeah, it is. I think okay. I think I'm like,
Yeah, let's look at service.
no, what's what is
Is this Pry?
I don't know.
Weird. Log. Okay, so service.
Name thing.
So can you try? Oh, it's already the disk service. Yeah, this is the tricky part, because if you do name service is active storage. Yeah, is active storage. Service, disk service. So that's basically what we need to do there. But we still need to figure out how to get the service instance. So that's the tricky part, because it comes from the registry somewhere, you know. But this should work. So
Okay. Here.
yeah, so we could do service. Yeah, just that. But service comes from where? So that's the thing. Find the service instance. Can we get it from the registry? So that's the thing. If we can figure out a way to get the service instance, we can just do this and it should work. But we need to figure out how to get the service from the registry, which I'm not sure. But can you search for registry in that folder on active storage, or maybe search it on royalties, maybe.
No. Okay.
But it's not, you're testing on a specific folder. So look at just active storage. Yeah. So when you, so we require the registry. Because someone is calling this guy. So the engine is calling this guy. Engine. So see, the engine is calling a fetch. Yes, see, this is what we need. So the engine on initializer, the engine is calling the registry and storing the service here. So we need to get it from here, because then we would know what service it is. Config choice, or this guy here. Config choice. Do you think we could get this thing directly?
We can try.
Let's see. It looks wrong, but let's try that. I don't think we should do this, but let's try. Is that a string or a variable or a service?
Brief.
Yeah, it's probably blob fetch config choice. Oh, I guess I understand what's going on. So if you configure more than one service, I guess you don't need to grab it again, so it's already there on the registry. But I'm pretty sure we should be able to do something like that. Or yeah, not sure. Because like I wonder if this is available to us. No. Services would be easier. I have an idea. Let's just can you, okay, so we have this guy here, active storage, blob. Services local, see? Fetch, oops, fetch local. Can we do this? Oops. Do you see? Or but it seems too complicated. And what's the guarantee that this is really running the service that we need? Yeah, it's kind of tricky. Because I would guess you could do something like this. Because you're inside the service. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Rails configuration. Dot services.
I think it's it was something else.
Oh, okay, active storage. Dot
service.
Service. Yeah.
What about?
I wonder if you can do that instead.
If you call name, does it show the active storage disk? I have name. Okay.
Because this gives you local. So maybe we can ask. Maybe we could ask them, say, hey, should we do something like this? Probably not, but something similar. Or try to get it from the blob. You know what I mean? So something like that. Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe you can stop here. Because it's definitely something like that. Because we know the service instance is in the registry. You just need to figure out a way to get it and look at it. But then it should be easy to. Maybe you could look at other engines, other modules, and see how they do it in different places. Because there's probably a way to do it.
Okay, we can do that. Let me put this back. Comment this. Configuration. Why did? Okay. We need that. So, like, in action pack, abstract, probably engine.
Look for registry.
Registry? No, but it does have engine. But it looks like it's coming from someone else.
Just search everything for registry. Let's see what we get. Let's Ctrl Shift F.
Okay.
Registry.
But I think it's just in here. I need
Ctrl
to
Shift F.
Ctrl Shift F.
Yeah, and then remove files to include, and then registry. Let's put .rb. So star.rb.
Type registry.
Registry dot maybe service registry dot service.
Registry test. Explain registry.
Registry dot fetch maybe. Yeah, we need to read more about it. I don't know. I kind of understand the idea of a registry, but I don't know how they're doing that. Right?
There's
we
no...
need to read. I don't know.
Oops. Alright. So we made some progress.
Yeah. We know what we need. We know where it is stored. We just need to check how to do it, because line 9, like this probably works, but I'm not sure if we should do it, because it's kind of, yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can get that from the service directly. But yeah.
I found this. Configurations. Where's configurations? Yeah, alright. Do you want to?
Probably the service receives that information. So I don't think we need to get it from Rails. But I'm not sure. I will have to read more about it. We'll have to look.
Bob. Yeah, okay. What if... Sounds good. My named disk service. Oh, look at this.
That's interesting.
So previous service, and then active storage.
What if we did active storage blob service there? Yeah, just see what happens if you do this. Does that work?
Let's see. So we need this. Okay. Let me quit here. Draw routes. Interesting. So you think that we could just like call this like with service. Oops. Well, let's see. Oops. Ah. Ah.
There's PTY somewhere.
Ooh.
See, let's look at the error.
Oh, actually, let me remove this. Not here. Ah, okay. I need to add this back. Require pride. Okay.
No, that's not it. You don't need that dependency anymore. Just look at the error. So on
No,
cannot load file.
I think we do need it. It's because I had commented out because I thought we would do the commit now, but then we can just like just commit that part, that file, the whatever.
Yep.
All right. Oh, why?
Just go to the end. So it's just showing you the.
No, it's not. Something's.
Try escape. Q. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Output.
So no service.
But we didn't print anything.
But just run it. It should work. Did it work? Just remove pry. We don't need anything. Remove pry. Yeah, so if it works, it means that it works. But I'm not sure if we should do it, but we can just ask.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is the most critical part, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, I think. And they can probably also advise on where to locate that file or that method.
Where to locate?
Yeah, like where to place it.
Yeah, see, it works. So I guess if you go back, you probably don't need the module name there. You can probably just do blob services because it's in the same module. But let's see.
Okay.
And I guess here as well. Let's try that.
Okay. So we need to ask that.
Yeah, should I use Rails config? Should I use blob services? Because I'm not sure if you have local on one of the blob services, does that mean you should generate the routes for all of them? I guess so, right? I would guess so, but I'm not sure because I'm not really sure how it works.
Yeah.
But that's a possibility. At least it's some progress.
Yeah. Okay. So to not extend much longer, we will send a commit. We will push a commit and ask for guidance here because we don't know the best way to do it now.
Yeah, probably this could live in. I think we don't need this file. I think you can just put it on active storage directly. Yeah, I don't think you need to split it like that. So probably this whatever file can die, because I don't really know how to name it. It's probably just a method on the module. Yeah, that should be good enough.
All right.
Right. So did it work? This worked, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool.
It did. Okay, so I'll push a commit. And I'm not really sure anyone will watch this, but I'm learning a lot, and at least
Yeah, we can summarize the learnings, which were figuring out how to get the service from the registry. We could even talk about what is a registry, because it's kind of interesting the idea behind it.
Yeah.
And also the test. So we weren't able to run pry because the test is just executing another process, I would guess, that runs Rails routes and is just looking at the output of that other process.
Yeah.
So that means you can't run pry with that test, right? It doesn't work. But if you run it outside of the... So this probably starts a process, right? And you get the output of the process. But if you run pry outside, then you can do it. But it's kind of annoying, because then you have to look at the output of the other process.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So that's it for today. We will wait on the feedback we receive for this, and then we will schedule the next one. All right. Thanks, everyone. That's all for today. Bye.
Bye-bye.